guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Madpack with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. I am looking pretty techno amazing, I must admit. Check me out. I've been busy making all of my quantum goodies, so I've got my quantum boots of the Traveller, my quantum leggings, my body armour, and in we did in the last episode, I've got my quantum solar helmet of revealing. Kind of cool. And look how fast I am. Just redonkulously fast. I can even jump really high. This is amazing. I really like it. Now, this isn't all I've been up to. I've been tinkering around with Farmcraft, playing with a few bits and bobs, and you might notice in my hotbar I have a few new goodies. I have the Fulmium Omni tool, which is another part of Electromagic tools right here, and to make this you need to craft yourself the Fulmium chainsaw and the Fulmium drill, and then you put them together and you get yourself your Fulmium Omni tool. It's pretty fast and pretty good. You know, it digs pretty well. It's nice. The other things that I've been playing with are Focis. So Focis are basically little bits that you put on the top of your wand, and they allow you to do some funky stuff with the vids that's held inside your wand. Yes, like this one. Look, woof! You can see that I can distort stuff into things and make big old black holes. It's pretty funky stuff. Now, I've made most of the vanilla ones. I'm going to call them vanilla ones because those are the ones that come from basic Foundcraft, none of the add-ons. I've done most of them, so let's have a little look in here in our Thaumaturgy. I've made the fiery one, which comes from the just learning the wand foci, which is this one, the fire. I've got the excavation, the frost, the shock, the equal trade, and the portable hole. I have learnt the wand focus for warding, but I haven't actually made it yet because I don't really need it. But if you wonder what it does, it basically allows you to ward a block, and only you can interact with that block and move that block. Basically, the other person can't do anything with it. So if you want to trap someone, trap them in a big old cube of these things and they're pretty much done for. I've also made my focus pouch, which is pretty cheap. Arcane workbench, some gold, some leather and a few of your aspects. And that gives you a focus pouch to put all of your wand foci in. Pretty cool, right? There are a couple of others that you can make from the original one, but they're kind of secret ones. So you need some lost research to get those. And I don't want to go and tell you what they all are because that's the fun of it. But I'll give you a little hint. One of them means that you need to do something with a fiery bat in the nether. I believe that's one of them. And I'm going to go do that between now and the next episode to make sure that I have all of them. Now, there are a couple of others from the additional add-ons for Foundcraft that I've made. If we have a look in the Electromagic tools, we have these guys down here. We have the Explosion, the Christmas, the Shield, and the Wand Focus of Charging, which is kind of cool. I've got these ones. And I've made a couple from Thalmic Tinkerer, but I haven't got right into it just yet. So I've got the Effort's Flame and the Uprising and the Distortion, but I haven't learned these guys just yet for making them, but I'll get around to it eventually. So let's have a little gander. If we go inside our focus pouch, you can see all of my foci in here, and the focus pouch allows you to store all of your foci in one place, but you can still switch between them with your wand. So when you've got your wand out, if you hold down F, it brings up this cool little spinny guy here, and you can go ahead and select the one that you want to use. So at the minute, I currently have the black hole, portable black hole, so I can go like this, and woof! Go straight through, keeps going forever to the end of the world. Just try not to get stuck in there because it sucks. But you can go really far down. It's kind of really, really cool. Oh my god, there's many bad guys there. But yes, that's that one. Let's see if we can get our way out of here. Oh, I'm flying. Flying. Hey, there we go. Alright. I fly really fast with this as well now because I got the quantum boots of the Traveller. It's amazing. So let's have a look at some of the other ones. I'll quickly go over them for you. So we have the fire one, which spits out fiery goodness. There we go. Sorry. And you can see that all of these will use some of your viz, your century stuff from your wand. In the top left, you can see the arrow going down. It's kind of cool. And if you want to check how much you've got left, if you hold down shift, it will show you how much you've got in there. See? 83, 82. It's pretty cool, right? So let's look at the rest. So we've done the fire one. Let's look at the excavation. So excavation allows you to, as it sounds, excavate. We have the frost one. Shoots out a little ball. I'm pretty sure it freezes water when it touches it as well. Yeah, there we go. We have the shock, which is kind of cool, which electrocutes things. I love this one. It just looks amazing. It's so cool. Let's go shock something. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do much damage, but it is cool. See? It sets them alight as well. There we go. Alright, next one. Let's move on. So we've done the portable hole. Equal trade is kind of funky. You need a few bits for this one to work, so let me go and grab it again. There we go. Alright. So this guy is kind of cool. It allows you to pick an item, and then you can spread it between all the other items, basically, like that. So if I went and got myself, say, a load of these red ones, like this, and we shift click, there we go. So you can see in the top left it's now selected that one. It's saying we've got 8 in our inventory. So if I go find another block like this clay here and we want to transmute it into that stuff, we'll click it and ba-bam, it'll change it into that. Kind of cool, right? I like it. So let's move on again. We've got those. We've done the frost, we've done the shock, we've done portable hole. Charging's kind of cool. It basically charges your gear. So at the minute, I'm kind of fully charged on most of it. But if you hold it down, you can see it uses some of all of your viz to charge your gear, which, you know, is kind of cool. It's nice, isn't it? The other ones that we have are the Christmas, which spawns in, which is kind of fun. I don't think it's going to work here, because I'm not in a snowy place. But if you're in a snowy place, I'll show you later when we go to my magical era, because it works there. But it spawns some golems for you, which is nice. Then we have the explosion, which shoots out bombs of death. Oh, no, this is the flying one. Where's the explosion one? There we go. Oh, is that explosion? Hey, there we go. See? Shoots out little bombs of TNT and stuff like that. Uprising lets you fly. There we go. Kind of. Just about. It's not really that good, but it's alright, I guess. It does negate all fall damage as well, so if you go really high up and drop, it ain't gonna hurt you. So there's another good one. And Zephyr's Flame is not bad. That one's alright. If I can get onto it. There we go. So this guy is kind of weird. What it does is, what happens is it counts as smelting. So if you find something that could be smelted in a furnace, it will do it for you. So for instance, if we add some sand, here we have some sand, and we use this, it will turn it into glass, just like that. Cool. See? Pretty nice, right? The other thing is you can use it on like clay and whatnot. We found some clay. There we go. See? It's not too bad. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? I don't really see much of a use for it, but it does the trick. It does what it's made to do. There we go. So I think that's about it for most of our wand foci. Let me switch back to my portable hole, because that's kind of my favourite one. There we go. Poof. I've also found out of these guys that they seem to be breaking every time I jump between dimensions and restart the world. So I might have to switch back to the double compressed solar panels, because they don't seem to have the same problem. They seem to work just fine, but the triple ones just don't seem to like it. An easy way to stop them from, or to fix this temporarily, is if you see they've done it, just hit them with something like that, and it seems to do a block reset, because you can see when you do that they go through the animation of breaking, and that basically does like a block reset, and that seems to fix them. But there we go. I might have to change these round, either that, or I might go and dip them into one of our crucibles with some bits and bobs to make an order infused triple compressed solar panel, and see if that still has the same problem as the regular triple compressed solar panels. Alright, there's a couple of bits and bobs that I've also done in the... Oh my god, things are going weird. There's a couple of bits that I did inside our magical area as well, if I just take you through here. So we'll have a little looky up here. You'll see that... Are they gone? They are gone, aren't they? Yes. I did have some snow golems running around from when I was playing with this. See if we can find the Christmas guy again. Can we make some snowy golems? Is that a thing? Is it going to work? Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Is it working? No, it doesn't. It doesn't want to work today. But I had some running around and doing their thing. What a guy. So I've made myself my industrial wand charging station. This is pretty cool. All you do, it's quite simple, is you take your wand and you throw it in there. And what it does is it recharges one bit of viz, one bit of your primal viz of every viz for that's about it. And it uses your power, so it's kind of cool, you know. It's a lot cheaper than having to worry about these guys recharging and whatnot, and it seems a lot faster as well, because when you use the one charging station from these guys, it goes around and it takes one at a time, whereas this, it will do all of them at the same time, so it's kind of cool, right? And it doesn't leave it in there. If you put it in there and you take it out, you get this little, it looks like it's still there. I tried to take it, but it doesn't let you do it. I was like, can I get another one out of that? It's like, no, you can't do that. So, let's talk about the update. There has been an update to the Madpack. It's Not that big, but it does add some cool little bits and bobs. So the main update to do was with magic crops. So it's changed around some of the attributes and recipe bits and bobs for the armors and the magic crops tools, the infused armors and tools. That's one of them. But another bit is that there has been an additional update for Aethercraft, which adds in a whole new set of machines. Now they're the same type of machines, but they're upgraded, which I think is what we're going to probably make today, because it's going to help loads in getting our diamond stuff, and it means that we'll be able to throw in those diamond armors with humongous AV limits, because at the minute we're stuck on 32,000. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to be able to make these guys, gilded ingots, and you make these by throwing them into an Aether infuser. You throw your infused ingots into the Aether infuser and it will give you a gilded ingot. So just like you did before, where you threw in an iron gold ingot into there and it would make one of the infused ones, you throw the infused one back in again and you'll get a gilded ingot. You see these as well, that their AV cost is 32,768, which is good because it's the bang on limit for this. So that means that we can make a few of them, which is nice, and we are actually going to need a few of these. So let's pop that in there and we'll do a couple of these. So they cost about 3 diamonds a piece, so they're not cheap, but they are quite cool. So there we go, we'll grab those guys and I'll pop that back in there. So let's have a look at our Aether part in NEI, and you'll see that we've got all of these ones now. So we've got gilded machines, which are kind of cool, and we have this golden matter, which is what you're going to use to do most of the machines. Like you would in thermal expansion, you'd use a machine casing. With this, you use the golden matter. So the main one we want is the Gilded Manipulator, because this is what will allow us to have the really high AV limits. And to do this, it's the same recipe as before, but with all of this stuff. So we'd need to make a Gilded Condenser, a Gilded Extractor, and some Gilded Conduits. The Gilded Condenser is basically 2 ethereal foci with a golden matter, and a golden matter is an ethereal foci with 4 golden blocks and some golden nuggets. So let's get ourselves a few of these, shall we? This is going to be cool. 32. It's the same. So they're the same cost as an ethereal foci. Yes, yes. Alright, so let's get ourselves a golden block, right? Grab ourselves some golden nougats, and we'll grab ourselves another one of these guys. So let's pop that in there, and we'll get this going. So it's going to be 3 diamonds for an ethereal foci. And we have to remember that when we're doing this, to keep 1 of everything in here, so that if we ever need it again, we can go and transmute more good stuff. There we go. So ethereal foci, we throw that in the middle of our blocks of gold and our golden nuggets. And, oh, these are probably the wrong way around. Let's mix these around a little bit. There we go. And like this, and we get a golden matter, and this guy costs 48,000, so you can't actually go and transmute these until you have any of the higher machines. That's kind of a thing. So let's make the gilded condenser. We need 2 ethereal foci, we're going to need 5 gilded ingots, and a glowstone block. So let's grab ourselves a glowstone block to start with, and then I think what I'll do is once we've made one of these, I'll grab the rest of them off camera, because we're not going to want to, you're probably not going to want to see me do this a quadrillion times. It can get slightly boring, slightly. There we go. So we're going to want another one of these ethereal foci, so let's grab one of these. You know, I'll leave my diamonds out for the time being, because there's no need in having that in there. So there we go, 1 ethereal foci. And let's throw one of those in there. And we're going to need 5 gilded ingots. So let's throw that back in there again. And we'll grab ourselves another gilded ingot. There we go. 1 gilded ingot. And that guy. And we should have 1 still in there. Yep, we do. Good. So let's throw these together and get ourselves one of these guys. Oh, it doesn't look like we can shift click it in either. So we need our ethereal foci. Have I still got my ethereal foci? Did I make another one? I need another one of those guys. Alright, let's make another one of these. Ba-bam, ba-bam. There we go. 2 of those guys. And now we should be able to make our gilded condenser. So let's write it down. We get our gilded condenser. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So we need both of these to be able to do this. And I'm probably going to make the gilded version of the catalyzer and the container as well. But once I've got the condenser and the extractor, we'll be able to make ourselves the gilded manipulator. This guy is made pretty much the same, except you need 2 of the golden matters instead of 2 of the ethereal foci, and the pipes are made with some infused ingots and some gilded ingots. So it's not cheap, you know, they're pretty expensive stuff, but once you've got it all, it's going to do the job. So I'll be right back in a second, guys. I'm going to go and craft these, and then we'll pop them down and see just how good they are. So I got most of the bits I need for my gilded manipulator. Let's go and throw this guy together. There we go. 1 gilded manipulator. Kind of cool. This is the main thing that I want. And I don't have enough stuff to make these ones. That's literally it in a nutshell. They're so expensive. Like, I've used up pretty much all my diamonds, most of my gold, glowstone. I had to go back to the base, get all my stuff from my AE network. Yeah, kind of expensive. So I think it's made me decide what I'm going to do next episode, actually. There we go. So let's go and change these around. We might as well get them all changed up now. There we go. Get all these moved out. And we'll replace them with our gilded conduits, because these guys are kind of cool. There we go. Let's do that. And we'll start by putting down our these guys first. So we've got our infused manipulator, our aether catalyzer. So let's put down our catalyzer. Where should we put it? Let's put it. We'll put it back there. Why not? And our gilded manipulator. Let's put this guy here. There we go. So now we can put stuff in with an AV limit of 131,000. Insane. So the amount of times that we found stuff like diamond armor and we haven't been able to put it into our network because the AV cost has been over the 32, like this, 40,000, 65,000, 57,000. Even the horse was 40,000. We couldn't throw any of those guys in. Well, we can now, so they can go straight into there. So whenever we go do any of our adventuring, we can go throw the stuff into here, and unless it's something that doesn't have an AV cost, there are a few things like, there you go, an Omni tool. Let's have a look. These guys, oh my god, they produce 764,000 AV for diamond seeds. That's ridiculous. Whoa, that's really, really good. I might have to start up a magic farm crop and put the seeds in there, the excess seeds. That could be a thing. Well, there we go. Cool beans. So we can go throw all that stuff in there. So I'm going to go and grab my 1 diamond and I'll throw it back in there and we start doing this. This has an AV cost of 207,000, so unfortunately we can't put that in there, but most things can get thrown in there. Like these cables are 13,000 a piece, so that's kind of cool. So they can go back in there and make us a bunch of diamonds, although I want to try and hold on to as many as I can. So one of those can go in there, one of those can go in there, and we'll toss the best in there. There we go. Oh, did these not have an AV cost? Oh yeah, there we do, but they're gone, but they're not actually, they'll disapparate in a minute. There we go. And we'll throw these back in here because this is my holding spot for my spawners for some reason. There we go, guys. So that's how that guy works. Now all of the other pieces for it, the other Aether stuff that are on there, are identical to the regular ones. There's no difference. They just can hold and transfer a higher AV amount. So the manipulator is kind of the biggest one. We have the gilded container, we have the gilded extractor, the gilded condenser, and the gilded infuser. Another cool thing that you might want to make if you're super rich is you can make yourself the gilded blocks of all of these, and then the gilded brick, which is 2 of these blocks. And these bricks, I'm going to make some because they look amazing. They look really cool, and they look like they'd be perfect for this floor right here. So I might go and try and get some of those. But that's going to be that for today's episode, I think. We've gone over the wand foci, we've had a look at this little guy that's working pretty cool, and we've made these. I've got some pretty big tasks at hand that we're going to do over the next few episodes because we need a lot of resources. So adventuring, unfortunately, doesn't pay the bills as much as a quarry would. So I'm thinking we're going to get something quarried. We're probably going to go to the deep dark and do some quarrying there. So I'm going to set up a few bits and bobs that we're going to need to do before there. But before we can go to the deep dark, we're going to need to activate one of the sigils, and we're also going to need to get us a buttload of cobblestone. So I'm going to set up some how are we going to do this? We'll probably use ourselves some deep storage units and a load of extra utilities gubbins to make ourselves loads of cobble, because they make it the fastest out of all of the cobble generators. Yeah. Alright, you guys. So I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. Oh, and that reminds me, go and set yourself up a magic farm with all the guys from the magic crops, and have them feed into that and see what ones you can get away with, because emerald ones must be worth quite a bit. Emerald seeds. Let's have a look at emerald seeds. I'm intrigued to know the best way of doing this. If I could set up some sort of farm to do this, it could be amazing. 797,000 for emeralds. Oh my god. What about gold ones? Gold ones? Gold seeds. How much are gold seeds worth? 182,000. Wow. Iron seeds? Iron seeds? 174. Jesus Christ. Even that stuff's not actually worth that much. Wow, I think that's going to be the way forward. So go set yourself up some magic crops farms, because that's what I'm going to do. And we'll get those diamonds pouring right in. Good stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And goodbye.